You know, many years ago, when I was just a little kid, I was taken on a family holiday with my parents, and we went down to the south coast here in the United Kingdom. It was just on the south coast of England, not far from the Isle of Wight. And we had fun on the beach and played in the sand and swam in the sea the way the kids do. And I said to my mother, "Just seen a dead jellyfish over there." And my mother didn't believe that we had jellyfish in the English Channel. And so she told me off, told me not to lie. And I felt quite bad about that, because I had seen the jellyfish there. Now, from her point of view, she believed, apparently quite rationally, that we just don't get jellyfish around here. You know, it doesn't happen, and if it did happen, it would be such a rare occurrence. It couldn't happen on the very day when we were having our family holiday on the seashore. But nonetheless, it did actually happen. I had actually seen that dead jellyfish there on the beach. So bear that in mind when you come across someone talking about a phenomenon that is sort of strange or unusual or you don't believe in. Because it could just be that jellyfish on the beach moment. You personally might not believe that the jellyfish could appear on the beach or that the strange phenomenon could occur. But if it happens, then it happens, and that's essentially all we can say. These things might be a little rare, but if they happen, then you just have to accept the fact that they happen. Now, yeah, some people exaggerate, some people lie for effect, and it's difficult sometimes to ascertain who is telling the truth and who is lying. But if it could happen, then it could happen. And whether you believe that it couldn't happen or not is a complete irrelevance. You know, if one little child in school lies and says they saw loads of jellyfish on a beach when they didn't, that's one thing. But for one kid to say, "I saw a jellyfish on that beach," and it's stating the truth, you may choose to disbelieve that kid, but the kid could still be telling the truth. I don't know if I've told you this story before or not, but I'll tell you again anyway. When I was in college, it was, about the spring of the year. I knew this one particular guy. He was also a fellow student. And he had greater potential than me, and I knew it. And one day I decided to attempt an astral projection to go and see him. And then to try and tell him to work harder. So I set up this scene in my imagination, and I did the astral projection to go and see him. And I envisaged seeing him in the dance hall of the university, grabbing him by the shirt and shouting, "You must work harder," a fair number of times. And after the experience, I thought nothing of it and didn't worry about it at all. But of course, 9 months later, when I went for a pub crawl with him, he suddenly let slip he had this incredibly, strong, powerful, vivid dream of me one night, that I was in the dance floor with him. I'd grabbed him by the shirt or by the neck or whatever it was, and I'd shouted at him, "You must work harder." And that's what he saw in the dream. Now, this is just a weird experience, yes, but it's a weird experience which has happened, and so I'm relating it to you. Now, if you don't believe in something, does that necessarily mean to say that that thing is impossible? No. You've got your own opinion, fine. You can have your own opinion, but you can be wrong. Now, you can choose to disbelieve in whatever you want. You can choose to believe in whatever you want. But if something's happened, and it's an experience, and you can tell someone else this experience, just like I could tell you if I went down to McDonald's this morning and had breakfast at McDonald's, I could tell you about the experience of walking down there, having my breakfast, and leaving. Just as I can tell you about the experience of seeing a jellyfish on a beach. You might not even believe that we get jellyfish in this part of the world. But if I've seen a jellyfish, I can tell you I've seen a jellyfish, and that's it. If I've had an astral projection which has had this type of effect, despite the fact the effect is rare, and I've had loads of failures on the way, okay, I can still tell you it's happened. And the bottom line is, it did actually happen to me. Alright, that's an experience. I mean, I could possibly, scour the internet and hunt the guy down and bring him down here and get him to relate the story from his point of view. And that might make some great, internet television. But would that necessarily solve the problem of convincing you? Well, no, it won't. Not at all. It's just another face on a camera recounting a story. So, if you're a strong atheist, you're a strong disbeliever, you're still going to disbelieve it. And there's nothing I can do about that. And I wish you all the best of luck with your stance. I personally, on the basis of experience, would say you're wrong. But on the other hand, you don't have to take my word for it. You really don't have to. What I'm going to carry on doing is telling you the experiences I've had. If you don't want to listen, fine. And if you want to listen, fine. I feel, and this is just my opinion of course, but the biggest problem, sorry I carry on saying the biggest problem, or the problem with this is, well, a problem, is that people rely upon the supernatural too much. They rely upon apparent results. And this is something that I myself have been fighting against. Because although lots of people turn around and say, oh, it works, oh, it works. By my personal experience, I would say that strange experiences happen occasionally under some circumstances. I would not rely upon supernaturalism. No, not at all. What I would rely upon is that it's worthwhile, at least for me anyway, to carry on trying to have these strange experiences and to see how things can go from there. And this is one of the reasons I call myself a trans Deist, because I'm still trying to apply my reasoning to this. But I'm also still searching for more of these strange and transcendental experiences. If you want to be an atheist and you're comfortable with that, fine. I don't share your opinion. I may even share your politics, okay. But I don't necessarily share your opinion when it comes to spiritual, religious, and apparently supernatural phenomena. And you just got to accept that. And there's nothing that can change that point of view. I can't be an atheist. I never will be an atheist. The experience that I've related to you, not obviously the jellyfish one, but the astral projection one, is just one out of a mass of lots of little experiences that's happened here and there, which have helped me to reach the point of believing something. Not knowing. Because belief and knowledge are two different things. People often confuse the two, but belief and knowledge are two different things. My experience tells me strange experiences happen. Whether this is to do with the soul, or astral bodies, or God, I don't care. The fact of the matter is, strange experiences happen. And I've jumped to beliefs because of that. For which I would apologize if I thought it was worthwhile. But I don't think that if you are an atheist, you would really give a monkey's. You know, we may just have to agree to disagree. Those are my opinions for today. Take them, leave them, whatever you want with them. And I'll speak to you again soon. Good fortune, God bless. Nick Dutch signing out for now.